That's right. Back at it again, Full Custom Hot Dog. Here, we're going to be talking a little bit about the Impractical Jokers. I know, very surprising to probably see me talk about this on this channel, and I probably, under normal circumstances, wouldn't. However, I think this story is really interesting, and I think it could get interesting. And this is where you guys come in. I'm going to present the facts. You tell me what you think, because I'm curious. I recently watched through the Impractical Jokers about a month or so ago. I'm not sure why, now that I think about it. I think I saw a Twitter post that was explaining something from the show, and I thought, hey, that sounds interesting. That sounds like some cool, deep lore stuff, and I want to follow along too. So went through and watched it, which means now when I go to hotels, there's just nothing to watch there. If you didn't know, Impractical Jokers is always on True TV all the time. These guys must be stacking big bucks. Anytime I go to a hotel, never know what to watch, so I just leave it on True TV, and you get to watch Impractical Jokers all day. And I found out I'm not the only one that does this. This is like a thing for a lot of people because it's familiar, it's light programming, you don't have to be invested, very easy to jump in and jump out to. It's wholesome for the most part. It's fun. I highly recommend it if you haven't. It's perfect background watching if you want to leave something on and go about your day and have some yucks. It's probably one of the best shows to do it to. So yes, I became a fan, a jokerhead, an Impractical jokey. I don't know what they call their fan base. They have a subreddit and everything, which we'll talk about. But recently, I think that was December 31st, Joe Gatto, one of the members of Impractical Jokers, announced that he was leaving the show in what seemed like every single way. And it seemed like a fairly innocent post. Him and his wife getting a divorce. They amicably part ways. And that way he can concentrate on being a great co-parent. But what I found odd was just leaving the show in every way. It sounded like he wasn't even going to be a producer or anything anymore, just totally be gone. I found that odd because I would think even if you're leaving the show, you would still want a job of some kind, right? To support your kids, your family. And so you'd probably sit in the background and kind of keep the magic going of what the show is and was with you, and just kind of just be there in spirit and some kind of advisory role or something. Now, I don't think it's been announced that he's not doing that, but it also seems like he's going to have zero involvement from the way it's been talked about from the other jokers who released a statement about that. And you're probably thinking, dog, where are you going with this, buddy? Well, this is where it gets weird. Joe Gatto left, and also HBO and True TV are editing old episodes of the show. I feel like this is somewhat of an odd thing to do, given the fact that, the split was amicable, but they're purposely removing scenes of Joe in quote-unquote compromising situations. And that's where it's odd to me. This is where it's starting to spill over into conspiracy theory, from which I understand the subreddit is full of right now. Understandably so. This is very odd. I don't know why you would do this. The only normal idea I would have is that maybe, he's thinking, I don't want my kids to see me in this kind of light someday. But I still think it's very odd to have a whole network sweep all these moments. If there is something else that's deeper going on, I can't imagine that this would help in any kind of case, considering these clips have already been out there for several years. That show's been on for a very long time. I think they're on either finishing season 9, I thought I read, or they're about to hit season 10. According to HBO, season 9 is up, and it's up there. Seems shorter, though. Those seasons are normally pretty long. But anyway, so people are theorizing, hey, is Joe about to be canceled? It was announced on New Year's Eve about the divorce. True TV has removed Joe from the official Impractical Jokers pages. HBO Max, like I mentioned, removing clips of Joe kissing strangers, some of the compromising things. And yes, they do get a little wacky. That's kind of what makes the show fun on there. This one here, Joe's wife putting out a cryptic video. From what I read about that video, it wasn't anything, I don't think anything noteworthy. She basically said that she's broken in the video. I don't think that could be anything more than just, hey, we're splitting up. That sucks. And yeah, that is sad. I'd be surprised if anybody getting a divorce, both parties weren't broken, Not always a cause for a celebration. Sometimes it's hard. This was kind of interesting, though. Q releasing a very impersonal official comment, and the other two reposted it, basically just talking about how they're friends and nothing crazy there. However, Q recently addressed this on the podcast. And according to this post on the Impractical Joker subreddit, he said he has no idea what's going on with Joe and that he has no problem and understands online speculation. I think this could be a case of plausible deniability. But that's the conspiracy angle, right? Maybe he really doesn't know much. But the way they build a show is that these guys have been BFFs, all four of them forever, since high school. So it's very odd to think that some of them maybe don't know the full story. If there is some legality involved, laws broken, lawsuits, maybe he wouldn't know. But that's still kind of a shock, I think. But if you are worried about the future of the show, which I think some people are, Q did kind of mention how they're filled with renewed energy, that they're excited. I'm curious to see if they're going to replace Joe. I think everyone is. I think you have to have 4 people at that helm because they'll often do 2v2 type games. But there's a lot of these weird little clues here that point to something potentially deeper. I hope not. Everyone loves these very wholesome boys from Staten Island, and it would be a shame should something happen, I think, right? Let me know, of course, your thoughts in the comments. It's just a quick video of something that I kind of stumbled into, and I'm wondering if, hey, is there something bigger going on? This seems a little odd. But of course, like I said, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm your host, Full Custom Hot Dog. You can follow me on Twitter. It's Full Custom Hot Dog without the last because it's just too long for Twitter. So thank you all for watching, and until next time. If you like what you see,
I love what I see.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications so you can watch whatever comes next. And if you like the music you hear, you can follow me on SoundCloud and Spotify. Check the description for links.